Hello everyone. What's up and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you and God bless you. How are you all doing today? My country people, we are here again with another Ubonge information from the Palace of Ife. Remember, as we hear allegedly, Nasone with the carry come meet on a Funa Domot. According to how this alleged information tech reached us, there was a time we heard on the internet space that Oni of Ife had finally decided that Queen Naomi and Olori Elizabeth will be embarking on a vacation sort of, a trip where they are going to stay, the both of them alone, to be able to understand each other the more and everything. So a lot of people, interpreted the whole gesture as, oh, Kabiyesi already finally, maybe he's wanting Olori Elizabeth to be the second wife to Queen Naomi. That is to be the second of Queen Naomi. So a lot of people insinuated so many things in the whole this thing, but we don't know what Kabiyesi is planning at this point in time. All we know is that Kabiyesi planned a vacation for the both of them. Now, according to what we heard allegedly, Queen Naomi came to the palace of Ife to stay for a while before going back to Akure. If she will ever go back to Akure, for me, I don't even pray that Queen Naomi will go back to Akure. I just want her Akure to be, I would just want her going back to Akure to just be on sort of what do they call it, visit ground. Yeah, let it be that she is finally back to Ile Ife. So, my country people, according to the alleged information reaching us, during this time Queen Naomi will be staying in the palace of Ife. We equally heard that Queen Naomi had to invite Olori Elizabeth to come be with her during this time she's going to be there. My country people, a lot of people have had distinct mixed feelings about it. Some people are like, Shay, you know what you are doing, don't come and, give yourself to Olori Elizabeth. Don't trust anybody. A lot of people are dropping advice for Queen Naomi because they don't really want Queen Naomi to make mistake in her life or in her choice of whom to be her second in her marriage. But then again, a lot of people, including I, we are like, Shebi, this thing na polygamy. If Olori Elizabeth decides to stay with, if Queen Naomi decides to stay with Olori Elizabeth, because from alleged informations we do here, Queen Naomi does not want a polygamous type of marriage. So if she now decides to be with Olori Elizabeth, she no go be polygamy. So I was just like thinking out loud and all of those stuffs. So my country people, it is what it is on top the internet space. Queen Naomi and Olori Elizabeth will be having a moment together in the palace of Ife, where they are all going to be together. She chat. There are certain things. I believe that Kabiyesi, Queen Naomi and Olori Elizabeth, they have a lot to discuss as well. Them being together will give Queen Naomi, there's this I don't even know how I'm going to say it, but she's going to know Olori Elizabeth the more, and Olori Elizabeth is going to know her the more. Since all of these things started, a lot of people have been like, they are not going to conclude yet. It is left for Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi to decide what they want and how they want it with Olori Elizabeth. So I equally believe that if Queen Naomi had decided that, oh, she's going to be staying with Olori Elizabeth, then it will be sorted out this period. Then if she decides that, oh, she doesn't want to have anything to do with Olori Elizabeth, I equally believe that this her visit to the palace is going to as well be sorted out properly. That's just my belief, okay? So if it is that she would leave the palace, she will allow Queen Naomi to enjoy her marriage and everything, then it is for the both of them to decide on that, okay? So that is it according to how the alleged information take reaches, okay? So when I saw this matter, I was just like, anyhow it is, anyhow. My own concern is that let Queen Naomi go back to the palace. Anyhow, where you go take happen, you understand? So far as say nobody is hot. Yes, so far as nobody is hot, so far Queen Naomi is not hot on the process, and Olori Elizabeth herself was not is not hot. Kabiyesi as well does not equally incur any hot or something. It is okay, yes. So that's how it is. I believe that their stay together is going to be for the better, for the best, and everything. Olori Elizabeth na one person wey do already like tey no be today, do already decide that she doesn't want to stay in the palace. She want to respect Queen Naomi's boundaries. You understand? That is the reason why even when most of her friends are like pushing her and be like, oh, since Queen Naomi loves you, you can take advantage of that and decide to be in the palace to make her, to keep her company, to be her second and everything. Olori Elizabeth will always have a way to decline it. Yes, she will always tell you. From day one, if you have been following this alleged information since where you start, you go know say Olori Elizabeth, the way the palace take the panic order Oloris, it doesn't panic Olori Elizabeth that same way. Yeah, it doesn't at all, at all, at all. So she has her reservations and everything. Like she respects herself well enough to be respected. So one thing is that ever since she entered into the palace of Ife, it has always been like her own this thing, her own concern, her own form of gbasgbos. When others are giving gbasgbos to hot Queen Naomi, hers is to, find a way. Like she wants to be the one to reunite Kabiesi and Queen Naomi. And I found out from alleged information that she derives joy doing it. She just want to, be a good, a good version, a good example to the other Oloris. Instead of her to join hands with them to start fighting Kabiesi, start fighting Queen Naomi, or start doing rituals so that the both of them will not come back together. Olori Elizabeth is investing most of her time into what is going to make Queen Naomi and Oni of Ife's reunion a perfect one. And this is the part that Kabiesi loves about Queen Naomi, about Olori Elizabeth. And that is the reason why most people have been like, oh, if it is not Queen Naomi, then it is going to be Olori Elizabeth. That is because of the way Kabiesi take the praise her when she does things that are right. But Kabiesi will always tell you that he can never replace Queen Naomi with Olori Elizabeth. That he has never in his life, how many years now he already stay for this life, seen a woman and remove his mother from it, apart from the mother's love and everything, seen a woman that cares so much, that is just perfect like Queen Naomi. Kabiesi will always tell you that. So, you know that in as much as Olori Elizabeth is trying her best, Kabiesi will not still like want to settle with her instead of with Queen Naomi. So that is the reason why a lot of people that are just advising Olori Elizabeth to, find a way to be with Kabiesi, to be the second wife and everything. They have even like been like, find a way to get a child, anyhow, just bringing a child into the palace. It is going to make Kabiesi, it is going to strengthen your bond with Kabiesi and all of those stuff. Olori Elizabeth is not looking at them, neither is she like, does she ever care to listen to what they have to say to her, okay? Yeah, she doesn't care. All she wanted to achieve is to achieve unity and everything with Queen Naomi and Oni of Ife. That's just what she wanted to do. And we equally heard that during this short period that she came into the palace, she treated Prince Tade like her own, like her very own, you understand? Somebody that the Oloris are just like, if they see catapult where they go take break that boy head, they will do it sharply, because once they look at Prince Tade, they are seeing him like their problem, like, oh, it is because of him that Kabiesi wanted to send us out and all of those stuff. Like they see Prince Tade as their problem that they can deal with. But it is not like that. Yes, it is not like that. So they are just, waging war against themselves, and that one is their own cup of tea. It doesn't concern us. So all we know is that the people that needed peace in the palace, they are having their peace. Then those ones that needed gbasgbos, they are there with their own gbasgbos. I believe by now they must have been tired. They are no longer, if you have been following this matter for a long while, you will understand that the rates where they take the give gbasgbos these days, it reduced drastically to what it used to be back then. Yes. Initially, when everything started, these women can just fight for throughout the day. They will just be fighting inside the palace of Ife. They will just fight. Like they don't even have a time to rest. they were always fighting that time. But now I think they've reduced, hence they've reduced the way they fight in the palace and everything. Anyway, I won't say that their gbas was reduced drastically, because this time I think they are more of, doing all these juju stuffs than before. Initially they thought it is something they can just fight out and everything. Yeah, but this time around they are now like combining the two. They fight, but it is occasionally. Then gbasgbos with juju is what they like. They do it steady, like they do it almost all the time. But I really thank God that in as much as they are trying to give this gbasgbos and everything, they are equally getting the repercussion immediately. That is one thing I like about God. God no be man, you understand? So once they give gbasgbos, God is ready to give them gbasgbos, you understand? So I don't know if they will feel that God is a violence king, you understand? But once they bring out that leg of dance, God is ready to bring out for them as well. If they had stayed on their lane without going to any juju herbalist or something for Queen Naomi, nobody will be back to sending anything to them. You understand? But then, because they don't allow, in fact they don't even like them, they don't love themselves. That's the least, that's the just the simplest definition to what they are doing. Because if they love themselves and they know that, okay, once we fight Queen Naomi, or let them they will just sit there and be like, okay, for countless times we fought Queen Naomi, we ended up getting times 10 of what we sent to her. Are we not tired? Are we not going to stop? That's the best question they would have been asking themselves if they love themselves. But these women, they don't love themselves. I don't think they do. Like, seriously, I don't think they do. So that's just it with the alleged information, my correct people. I saw this on the internet space. I thought it wise to share with you. Remember, all of these are alleged rumor on the internet space. I am not living in the palace of Ife. Neither was I there or anywhere close to the palace when all of these things were happening. I just saw on the internet. I thought it wise to share with you. Okay. If I see more, I'm going to be sharing with you all. See you all in our next upload. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye.